Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Nicole Elise. So today I am doing my Q&A. I told you guys that I would be filming a question and answers on my Instagram stories. I gave you guys the chance to send me in your questions. You guys did. I haven't looked at any of them. Hopefully this video is not going to be too long. I hope you guys enjoy this, and let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first question is, a lot of people just DM'd me saying, hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? What is your day/night skincare routine? What moisturizer for dry skin? So I am really loving, for moisturizer for the face, I'm really into Charlotte Tilbury's Magic Cream. I feel like that stuff is really great at just smoothing out any type of like dry patch or anything like that. But I will say, the one thing that's made a really big difference in my skin, just because I have become so dry in the last like couple, I would say like few weeks, and I've noticed that this one serum that I've been using a lot, it's called the Joanna Vargas Rejuvenating Serum. I use it morning and I'll use it at night. It is amazing. It's like oil based, so it's very hydrating. It really just like nourishes the skin and just gives your skin this like great thirst of hydration. If I'm feeling like it's not enough hydration, then I'll go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, or I'll go in with my SPF Super Goop. I think it's called the Super Screen, which is also a really great product. What's your foundation shade in Estee Lauder Double Wear? I don't really know. I don't really wear Estee Lauder. I don't wear a lot of foundations in general. The one thing I will say is my most recent match to a foundation has been the Fenty Beauty Hydrating Longwear foundation, and I'm in the shade 300. So if you put that into some sort of generator, you could find the match. If you use Sephora.com's shade finder, like if you know a specific shade for a foundation that works for you, you can put that into the Sephora shade finder and they'll find your exact match for the foundation you're looking for. Makeup brushes you use. There should be a video up already of my top favorite makeup brushes, so I will link that down below for you guys, along with whatever products or stuff that I've mentioned in this video down in the description. Your daily food routine or sport. So I'm assuming you're asking my like workout and food routine. So I don't really work out very often at all. I would like to, I just haven't. If anything, any workouts that I do, they're mainly at home or at my gym here. I want to get back into working out and just training more. Weight training is something I really want to get into and just focus on that mainly. I don't like cardio. I will not do cardio. I lose weight really quickly, so that's why I really try to focus on building muscles. Would you like to live in another country? Yes and no. There's just certain things I think as a mom, I wish that this country could just do better with children's safety. I just shouldn't have to be scared for where I'm gonna put my kid in school. And I just think that the United States has a lot of, it just has a really hard time getting things done, even though the facts are all out there. And I'm not gonna get totally into it. It just scares me sometimes, like the country that I'm raising like my kid in. So yeah, there are times where I do feel like I want to go back to Singapore, but nonetheless, I do love this country. I am American, and there's a lot of things that I love about this country, but I do find that there are some really difficult things that I just really disagree about in this country. Also, my daughter, America is really much her home, and her dad's here and I'm here, so I'm not gonna leave. But I do sometimes wish I could move. And by the way, for the question about your daily food routine, because they asked me about my workout routine, I said I don't really work out, but my food routine, I pretty much just try to make sure I get like all of my vegetables. I eat pretty much everything. There's nothing I really don't eat. I'll pretty much try everything unless it's like something really wild and extravagant. Then I'm like I'm not gonna eat like a rattlesnake hot dog. That's not something I'm gonna do. Another question is, are you married? No, I'm not. And I think a lot of people, whenever I have like videos where I'm wearing like my diamond ring on my ring finger, I just don't think that deep into it. And if people ask me if I'm married, I obviously say no, because I'm not. But I am in a relationship and I'm very much like happy and in love. To be completely honest, there are times where I do wear the ring. There are times where when I go out with like my girlfriends and I just don't want to be bothered about getting like hit on, you know what I mean? That sounds so conceited, but do you know what I'm saying? Us ladies, like when you're out with your girls, there's always that awkward situation where someone's like either trying to hit on you or I don't know, it just gets really awkward sometimes. A lot of the time I notice when I have that ring on and I'm out, I don't get bothered, and I can still focus on like having my friends and like spending time with them rather than like dealing with this person who's like, I could tell is gonna come up and say something. Does that make sense? Let me know if you guys can relate, because I swear I'm not the only one. I'm not trying to make it seem like, oh, I get hit on all the time, because that's not the case. I'm pretty much in my house 24/7. But yeah, on the occasion that I go out, like, yeah, I make sure not to leave the house unless I have something on, because I just don't want to be bothered. What kind of hair removal do you do? So I don't do any kind of hair removal. I definitely want to do hair removal. I just don't really know who to go to. I don't know, maybe I'll look around and see, but for now I just use these razors that I get, and it's basically a subscription service that I use, and this is not an ad, but the brand is called Billy, and I really like them. They have great razors, and they just send you like new heads basically every couple months. Also, if you do sign up with them, get their shave cream, because their shave cream is amazing. Like literally, it gets every single hair. I don't have any like little pricklies hanging out. Like I always, whenever I use that shave cream and the razor, it always like works really well. So try out Billy, they're really good. What are some things you wish other mothers would stop pestering you about? My weight. I had one mom the other day literally ask me if I was 18. I appreciate that I look younger than I am. And also I think because of like my frame, I'm just quite petite, so maybe I don't look, I don't know, maybe I just sometimes don't feel like I look like a woman. I feel like I just look like a girl. It is kind of annoying sometimes when moms assume. I'm just so cautious and aware of how I would even ask these types of questions to anybody, and I just don't ever try to assume. I would rather ask the question in a more vague way, being like, oh, how old are you? Or, because to me, I don't mind someone asking me that, but asking me like, giving me like an age range is just, you don't do that. A woman in their 50s, 40s, 30s, like just, you don't ask that. But it is a compliment and I appreciate it, but it's also very awkward because a lot of the times people don't think that my kid is my kid when I'm walking around with her. They just assume that like, I don't know, I'm like a babysitter or something. And then just like the judgmentalness of certain moms sometimes is really annoying. When you are on your period, what makeup products do you use? Well, I use a lot more concealer, that's for sure, when I'm on my period. Right now I'm like breaking out. I don't know if you guys can see, but I have one right in the middle of my forehead. And then I have like a little bit of like just skin, like just a little bit of bumpiness happening, just uneven texture, which happens around that time of month for me, so I just end up using more concealer. Someone asked, where's Elia's dad? Elia's dad is very much present. He is very much involved. Favorites and nude lip products. I have a whole video dedicated just to my favorite nude lip products, and then also how I fill in my lips and like overline my lips and all that stuff. I'll leave that video down below. Someone asked me, what's your opinion on Patrick Ta's lip cream? I think it's amazing. They're so incredibly creamy and they're so incredibly pigmented. You really don't need a lot of it. Like you could just literally like do a little bit on your bottom lip and spread all of that around, and it's like a perfect amount. So you really get a lot of product for the price. I'm obsessed with his new monochromatic collection with like all the blushes. You guys know I like love his She's Seductive blush. It's so amazing. Someone asked me, please film a what I eat in a day video. So I'm gonna make this very clear and just put this out there that I am never going to film that video, because the way I eat and the way I struggle with gaining weight, I just don't want to open that door for people to like scrutinize even more. I don't eat acai bowls and like kale salads every single day. I'm not vegan. I literally eat everything. I eat meat, I eat fish, like it's just the way it is. And I just eat like every other person, but just maybe a little bit more sometimes, or maybe not as healthy as most people. But in general, like I don't like those videos. I don't watch them because I don't need to feel bad about myself or feel like I need to eat a certain way compared to other people. I do appreciate, like, maybe I'll do like a recipe on something I eat, but like what I eat in a day, I don't really want to talk about that, so sorry. What's your biggest insecurity? Probably my boobs, I think, are my biggest insecurity. They have been pretty much since I was like 18. It was really after I had Alaya and I nursed for over a year that I saw a really big different change in my boobs. A lot of the times I just use chicken cutlets. I think like, I don't think there's a day where I'm not wearing them, just because I feel better with them in. I'm not making them bigger for other people. I'm literally like putting them in my bra because it makes me feel more feminine. I just have lost a lot of volume and my boobs sit differently than they used to. So with the chicken cutlets, I just kind of push them up a little bit and just give it a little bit more volume. So most of the time, if you ever see me in pictures and stuff like that, unless I'm in a bathing suit, I usually have them in. I don't have them in right now. I'm at home. A lot of the times I'll wear them. If I'm going out, especially to an event, they're in. They're always in. I went up to my boyfriend's house recently. We were going to some event and I couldn't find my other chicken cutlet and I was literally having a meltdown. I was like, where's my other chicken cutlet? And I almost resorted to like stuffing a sock into my bra, but I ended up finding the chicken cutlet, thank God. So yeah, I knew everyone was gonna. Okay, are you still friends with all the Young Moms Club girls? So this is what I will say. I don't have bad blood with anybody. I think just life happens and just over time, because we weren't around each other that much anymore. It's not that we're not friends. If I saw them again, I'd obviously be like happy and wish people well. I also think that there's a lot that I learned from being on that show. There are some that I personally choose to be at a distance with because I learned a lot and I also learned to respect myself and my boundaries way more than I ever have in my entire life, and I'm so thankful for that show. And that's why I also think, because when you're on a TV show with a cast, especially because we were all friends even before we started filming, was this bond that we'll all always have just filming a reality show together. It's very hard to explain, but you just, it's kind of like this sisterhood that you'll always have with these people, because it's something that you can't relate with everybody else, let alone we were moms, so, and young moms, so that's something that was really hard. But you know, I just think over time we just all kind of started growing apart and like doing our own things, and we were just at different places in our life. But I do think if the cameras ever came back, I think it would be a very interesting it would be a very interesting dynamic. So yeah, I think we're just gonna leave the video on that note. If you guys want to see more of these Q&A videos, let me know in the comments below. I always get super anxious about these videos because I really don't know what you guys are going to ask, but sometimes I do know what you guys are going to ask and I'm like, gosh, should I answer, should I not? But I like to keep it pretty real with you guys and just be honest about things and just share my life and whatnot the best I can. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you have any other questions for me that I didn't answer today or didn't get to, leave them in the comments below, and maybe if I get enough questions in the comments, maybe I'll do another Q&A. I hope you guys are having a wonderful December, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.